Ever wondered how to make the perfect French onion soup at home? French onion soup, with its rich history, holds a special place in the culinary world. This delicious concoction, a staple of French cuisine, is a testament to the magic that unfolds when simple ingredients are transformed through time-honored cooking techniques. The complexity of its flavors belies the simplicity of its ingredients, creating an exquisite balance that is truly delightful. Let's unravel the mystery of this classic French dish and learn how to prepare it from scratch. The first step to creating an amazing French onion soup is gathering all the necessary ingredients. Now let's dive into our culinary adventure. We'll be needing onions, the star of our dish. A mix of sweet and yellow onions adds a depth of flavor. For the fat, we'll need some butter and a dash of olive oil. A hint of sugar helps in caramelizing the onions. Flour is needed to thicken the soup, providing a heartier consistency. For a rich, savory base, we'll be using beef broth. A splash of white wine adds a touch of acidity and balances the sweetness of the onions. French bread acts as a sponge, soaking up the delicious broth. Cheese, specifically Gruyère or Swiss, provides a gooey, melty topping. And of course, we can't forget the salt and pepper for seasoning. Using high-quality ingredients is key to achieving the best results. With all our ingredients in place, we're ready to start cooking. The heart of French onion soup lies in perfectly caramelized onions. It's an art, really. There's a beautiful alchemy that takes place when butter, oil, and onions meet in a pan. The key is to start with a good amount of butter and a splash of oil in a large skillet. This mixture not only prevents the butter from burning, but also lends a rich flavor to the onions. In goes a heap of thinly sliced onions, and this is when patience truly becomes a virtue. The process of caramelization is a slow and deliberate one, requiring a low heat and an occasional stir. This is not a step to rush. You want to give the onions ample time to slowly release their sugars and transform into a deep golden color. This stage can take anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes, but it's worth every second. The onions will begin to shrink in size and become incredibly fragrant. Their flavor will intensify and sweeten, lending a depth and complexity to the soup that is simply irreplaceable. The magic of caramelizing onions is in the transformation they undergo. From sharp and crisp, they become soft, sweet, and rich. It's an aromatic symphony that fills your kitchen and promises a delicious meal to come. Once our onions are beautifully caramelized, we're ready to build the rest of our soup. Now, it's time to build our soup, layer by layer. Let's start by sprinkling some flour over our beautifully caramelized onions. This isn't just for thickening the soup, it also adds a subtle, nutty flavor. Give it a good stir to make sure every onion is coated with a dusting of flour. Once that's done, it's time to pour in a generous splash of wine. Now don't rush this step. We want to let the wine reduce a bit, allowing the alcohol to cook off and leave behind only its rich, fruity essence. Next, we pour in the beef broth, transforming our mixture into a simmering pot of goodness. Season it with a bit of salt and a few twists of the pepper grinder. Let it all simmer together, the flavors melding and intensifying. And just like that, we've built our soup, each layer adding depth and complexity. Our soup base is ready. It's time for the final cheesy touch. The crowning glory of any French onion soup is its cheesy, crispy topping. Now let's get to the mouth-watering part, the cheesy finish. Start off by toasting slices of French bread until they're golden brown and crispy. This will give your soup a delightful crunch. Once your bread is toasted to perfection, it's time to assemble the soup. Ladle the onion-laden broth into oven-safe bowls, making sure to get a good mix of onions and liquid in each one. Now take your toasted bread and place a slice or two on top of, depending on the size of your bowl. But we're not done yet. The piece de resistance is a generous helping of cheese. Sprinkle on a hearty amount of your favorite Gruyère or a blend of Swiss and Parmesan. Then slide the bowls into the broiler until the cheese is bubbly and beautifully golden. And there you have it, the perfect bowl of French onion soup, right from your kitchen to your table. Bon appétit! We hope you enjoyed this recipe guide. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts and delicious recipes. See you in the next video!